You know that coaching and healing is a powerful calling, but that doesn't mean you need to turn it into a business. In fact, for some people, myself included, trying to make it into a business actually sucks the joy out of it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about whether building a coaching or a healing practice is actually the right path for you, or if there's another way to share your wisdom and create aligned income streams that fit your ever-evolving lifestyle and purpose. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is it that so often when we learn a new skill, someone asks the question, can you make money doing that? It's like you can't just enjoy making stained glass ornaments. You have to have plans to sell them at the county fair. Somewhere along the way, we stopped letting things be just for us, and we started treating every new interest as if we had to justify it by being able to pad our bank account with it. And I'll admit, I am guilty of this too. In fact, about 8 years ago, my neighbor told me she wanted to learn Reiki. She didn't know why. She had never even experienced it for herself, but she'd heard about it, she wanted to learn it, and she was so excited about it. And you know what I said? Do people pay for that? Yeah, not my shining moment. The look she gave me, the expression on her face. She was so caught off guard. It was like the deer in the headlights look, you know. And she paused and she said, I don't know. I just want to learn it. And in that moment, it hit me. It hit me so hard. Not everything has to be about making money. Now my friend volunteers every week at hospitals and cancer treatment centers. She gives Reiki to patients, to their family members, and even to the medical staff to help them find some relief from the pain and the stress of what they're going through. And guess what? Those days, those are the best days of her week. She doesn't charge for it. She doesn't have to promote her services. She simply shows up and she helps people. And she feels so fulfilled doing it. And yet we've been conditioned to believe that if we're good at something, we should be charging money for it. Now, we may know that that's not always true, but when it comes to coaching or healing, we still feel like turning it into a business is the only way to make it count. And I completely fell for that way of thinking. Granted, in my defense, I have been drawn to the idea of earning money online for decades. I mean, who doesn't want to work from home, set your own schedule, and never have to worry about the next round of layoffs at your job? Since the early 2000s, I've seen the potential, especially in the area of online education and training. I've seen the potential to have the time and the location freedom. If only I could figure out what courses to create, what courses to sell, and how to sell them. And you know what excited me the most? The idea of no more driving to work in the middle of a snowstorm. No more missing that glorious first spring day that I wanted to spend at the ocean. And no more being restricted to just 2 or 3 weeks of vacation time every year. The problem? I didn't know how to do it. I was already teaching public speaking and leadership skills in person. So when I kept seeing posts in my Facebook feed promising that I could turn those skills into a 6-figure coaching practice, I thought, this must be the path for me. So I did all the things. I took the courses, I built the funnels, I created the programs. But the problem was, I never actually wanted a coaching practice. I just thought I had to have one. Here's the thing, I love the concepts behind coaching. Personal development, self-actualization, expanded consciousness. There are so many possibilities. And then when I discovered energy healing, the power of thought, vibrational alignment, the laws of assumption and attraction, I mean, my mind was just blown. But then I heard Abraham Hicks say, and who knows how many times they'd said it before, and it just didn't click with me. But they said, your purpose is to enjoy the human experience. And something suddenly shifted in me. I got it. I finally got it. If my purpose is to enjoy the human experience, how could I do that trying to build a business that just the thought of it left me feeling energetically drained? Because I didn't want to do discovery calls. I didn't want to structure my life around coaching sessions. And I didn't want to be responsible for or distracted by someone else's transformation because they weren't doing their work. The work that I knew they could do for the results that they said they wanted, but they didn't want them as much as I wanted them for them. So, how's that business model going to work for me? Yeah, it wasn't. Silly me, it took me so long to figure that out. But here's what I do love. I love having deep organic conversations, the kind where insights just flow naturally and people hear exactly what they need to hear when they're ready to hear it. And that's why I love creating these videos. I share what flows to me in this moment, knowing that you're going to find it exactly when you're ready for it. For years, I thought coaching had to be my business. And then I found something that actually fit me. And the truth is, you have options too. You can share your wisdom. You can create income online. And you can do it in a way that feels aligned with your energy, your lifestyle, and your purpose, which, remember, is to enjoy the human experience. And that's what we're going to talk about next. Here are 5 signs that you may be meant for something slightly different than having a coaching practice. Number 1, if you love the work of coaching and healing, but not the business model. You love coaching, healing, guiding others, but when it comes to setting up sales funnels, marketing your services, scheduling discovery calls, or living in your DMs, if that's not you, maybe you don't actually want a coaching business. Maybe you just want to help people and make some extra money online without doing all that real business-focused stuff. Number 2, you thrive on organic conversations, not structured sessions. Do you light up when unexpected conversations happen, these deep ones, and you find insights flowing through you just so naturally? It's just so organic, it's just so flowy, and it feels magical. But then you try to fit it into some type of a structure and it's like, whoop, the magic is gone. That's a sign that a coaching business might feel restrictive. But creating content, leading discussions, or sharing your insights in a different way, that could be a perfect fit for you. Number 3, the third sign, you want to teach, inspire, or guide, but you don't want to be on call for clients. Now, some people love one-on-one sessions. They love group coaching. Others like teaching through content, through courses, or community spaces. So if you'd rather create something people can return to over and over again, or they can receive it on demand for them, not on demand for you, you don't have to force yourself into that traditional coaching model. Sign number 4, that you may be able to find a different way to use your coaching and healing talents. You want freedom, but you don't want a business that just feels like another job, an even more stressful job. So let me ask you, did you start coaching and healing because you craved more freedom, but the thought of a business just makes it a more stressful job? If the idea of being tied to client schedules, constantly promoting yourself, living in launch mode, if it makes you want to scream, maybe it's time to look at a different path. And sign number 5, you feel called to something bigger, but you're not quite sure what. You thought it was coaching and healing, but you're not real sure. So this one is really important. If deep down you feel like coaching and healing are part of your path, but not the whole path, pay attention to that feeling, because maybe you're meant to share your wisdom in a different way. Your gifts are needed, but maybe they're meant to reach more people in a way that allows you to evolve, expand, and create aligned income on your own terms. You don't have to own a business to make a lasting impact. You don't have to force yourself into a coaching model just because it seems like the only path. You can share your wisdom and create aligned income streams that match your ever-evolving lifestyle and purpose. So if you're curious about what I've found, how I get to coach, heal, and inspire others without making it my business, you'll want to check out this video next. I'll show you how to make extra income online just by being you. Check it out.